to iPen Podcast. My name is Joanne Cox.
Hi, I'm Nanette Buchanan, and this is Let's Talk About It. And this week, Joanne, we want to talk about those fast movers.
Okay.
Those people that are, their vision, their goal, they're going after it.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, what do we tell them? Go for it.
Yes.
But in the case of a fast mover, could there be problems?
Yes, because there's a such thing as moving too fast. We know that in an example, whether it's business, whether it's social, on the street. We know that people are just going too fast. And we know that going too fast can cause some situations to come up.
Yes. I think a lot of times the visions and the goals and what we set ourselves to do,
High expectations. Do we really sit down and plan things so that we can have a timeline, so that we can have somewhat of a speed limit, for the lack of better terms? Yes.
Can we set a plan that's going to keep our speed limit, you know, where we're not rushing, where we're not going too fast to get things done? Because everyone doesn't move as fast as we want them to.
Right.
We could very well want to put our vision in play and not have all the components, and everyone that we got to get the components from or join in with to get things done are not moving in the same element that we are.
And see, you just brought up a lot of different things. Because the people are not always on the same sheet of music that the individual that's doing the business is on. So if you're trying to get a website together, you need to know what you want on the website. So now you got the website on, and then you look at it, and guess what? You find out that you don't have any attachments to the website.
Right.
And so now every time you go back to add something, it's going to cost you.
And not only that, the thing about it too, now that you brought up websites, one thing that I'm finding out with my website is as you grow in your business, it causes other things to be a part of your website.
That's true.
You may very well need other additives that you didn't need
Earlier.
before. You didn't have the same type business. If you're really elevating, you don't have the same business that you had 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
You don't even have to go into that 10-year, 15-year theory or whatever. You can just go 3 to 5 years from now. Where are you going to be? Well, you do. You want to be progressive and you want to be on a whole different level. Well, then that means that anything that you're doing, your business cards, your promotions, your contact list, the way that you contact people, the groups that you are in, everything evolves. Everything is changing. And the thing is, if you don't push it with a plan,
plan of action,
with the timeliness and not going too fast, because I've seen that too. I think it's kind of funny when you go to some of the people's web pages and you be like, oh wow, they do this, and this, and the next thing you see is coming soon. Well, if you're not doing that service,
right?
Why are you putting that service down?
Because I'm saying soon in my mind is probably not soon in somebody else's mind. So I'm looking at soon as next week. And so you were talking about 6 months. And it was just like...
And I can't get that service from you.
Yeah.
So what you have to have some type of hold on, slow down, and understand what you're doing when you're advertising, when you're putting it on your website, when you're making those plans. You want to make plans that are realistic.
Oh, I've got a good one. When you advertise on, and I just finished doing this, when you advertise on community calendar for the viewers, and you're all over the world, that it's a local channel that you can advertise free.
Okay.
So if you're going to put a flyer on there and you're going to say the contact person is, well, first of all, you've got different time zones. And now we're virtual. And so if you're just local, that makes it okay. But if not, now you have opened yourself up
for
to people calling you. You didn't say call through 9 through 10 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
So now you've got these people calling and you're not available.
Right.
Now, when they were so eager to come to your event, They can't, because they're thinking, oh, you're just not together.
And not only that goes into the too much too soon causes confusion.
Confusion.
You have just caused confusion.
Yes.
And you caused the confusion on your own entity.
Yes.
You've caused that confusion because you're not thinking beyond your spectrum. You have to think beyond your spectrum. You can't, as a coach, you can't just think of people that might want coaching in one thing.
Right.
They may need coaching for several different things. Different people need different things. So when you advertise your coaching, if you don't coach new people to learn how to cook, you need to stipulate what type of coaching you do.
Called our niche.
So, because the thing is, you don't want to get the wrong people, and you don't want to have to talk to them for them to say, well, she may not be good in what she does if she didn't even think about narrowing it down or explaining exactly what she did. So you might want to look at the fact that you need to plan. That I can't emphasize that enough. You need to plan, but you need to slow down. You see the dollar signs. We all see those Hollywood lights and the awards and the plaques and the people you could help, and you see the community involvement. You see all the big picture things. But behind those big picture things, there's steps. There's small things that have to be done. Understanding that you got to be patient.
Yes.
You
got something to
you gotta be patient.
Yeah. And so that's a part of your plan. So your strategy is to say, okay, now I'm putting it out here for the world. Now, what is my expectation on different people with different cultures, doing things in different ways? So now I'm wondering why my phone isn't ringing. Why am I not getting bookings? And you're just wanting things to move faster than you had even thought about could possibly be. So and anticipation is off.
You may not be ready.
That's a good one.
You may not be ready.
Yes.
You may not be ready in the realm of, how do I get this part done? How do I get that part done? Don't put something up that you're not ready to handle.
Yes.
You want to make sure that anything that you're handling or anything that's coming up, that you automatically have what it takes to get it done. Because people are going to come to you with the expectation that you already know what to do.
Exactly.
And if you don't know what to do, how are you going to handle that business?
Well, I'm here to tell you, and don't tell anyone else, but Ms. Buchanan has got it together when it comes to that kind of thing. So you need to really contact her.
You have to.
Yes, she knows from A through C.
Because it has to be a well thought out plan.
Yes.
You can't get in the middle of the plan and then say,
you don't bring it out until you're ready.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. And the thing about it is, everything takes a process. It all takes a process. And you may not understand, what process am I gonna have to follow? Maybe I have to call a couple of people. Maybe I have to rely on their process. Maybe I have to rely on this. Each thing has a step.
And I want to turn this thing around, because we're really talking about business. We've talked about websites, business cards, the whole works. Let's take this with a personal level. You guys have been following us. There might be some newcomers on today, but one of the things that I do is color my hair.
Exactly.
Okay, when you decide that you want to do that, you need to know, well, you don't want to just go in and get a color. You want to know how often you can get that touch up if you want to touch up. Do I need to get it trimmed? Is it going to be a problem with the color overlapping and damaging my hair? Those are things people don't think about, and then they want to know why their hair is falling out.
And it's the same thing if you're going in for an interview.
Yes.
You need to know, is it a casual dress atmosphere? What type of atmosphere? If you're going on a date for dinner,
yes.
Where are we going on this date?
Yes.
Where are we going? So there's always preparation.
And I love to talk about the flip side of it if you don't prepare. So you're going on a date and this woman is looking all cute. She got her heels on and everything. And the guy is going to take her on in a canoe.
Or to a picnic.
Yes.
In a park.
Yeah. So how is that going to fit
Or
in?
horseback riding.
Yeah. And you just simply needed to ask the question.
Exactly. You have to plan. Everything takes plan and preparation.
Everything.
And with that, I've always thought about this, and this stood out to me. Moving fast, you miss what needs to be noticed. And that's exactly what you were saying. Mm-hmm. You miss what you need to notice. Move too fast, and you have to slow down. You have to slow down. And we want you to slow down, take a seat, and send us your comments. Send us your questions. Tell us where you had to retrace your steps, and it may help someone else before they take those steps.
You heard it here. Let's talk about it. See you next week.